Wait for it, building the suspense, building the tension.
Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. So today I am doing a very special episode. It's different. I have a guest with me. So this is my first ever guest and I am so happy that she's here. You don't know how much it took for me to get her to come. I had to beg, I had to go down on my knees, I had to call her parents, I had to talk to my parents. It was a PTA meeting. It was so much work. But yes, so today my guest is like, she's my bestie, she's the day one, she's the home girl, she's my mother, my husband, my boyfriend, my everything. You should see the way she's looking at me. You guys, you have no idea how much I wanted to do this, and I'm just happy that she's here. So let me bring her in. Today, my first ever guest on my channel, Tinayane Jane Banda.
Oh God. Annyeong.
No Korean. You should have told me this. You should have said something about this.
No, you cannot spring that on me just here. I had like a full dialogue in my head in Korean
fine,
right
fine. Introduce yourself in Korean. She speaks Korean. Yes, we both speak Asian languages.
now. Okay.
Introduce yourself properly.
Hey, no, what is we supposed to say? What's up? We cool?
Cool. Forgive her, it's her first time on YouTube. She's not used to this.
She did not give me a script, so.
Of course I wouldn't. I always go freestyle. It's not fun when you think too much because you end up making more mistakes. Why not go with the flow? Just, you know.
I apologize that you are subjected to this every week.
Every 2 weeks.
Oh,
So, as you can tell by the title, we are talking about like the 3 biggest lessons 2020 has taught us individually. Yeah, so I came up with this idea because, well, I knew she was going to be a guest and I was like, what can I talk about that will make her feel comfortable to talk about? Because, you know, you also have to think about the person who's here because if it's too weird for them, it's just going to be awkward for you and me and the whole world. And
you know the first lessons are coming from you, right?
what?
You talking first.
I knew you were going to make me do this.
If she knows, then she's not surprised. You may begin.
Okay, so we're gonna go like one per lesson each. So we'll go from like our least learned lesson to like,
Least learned? Is that even a thing?
you know, English is not my stronghold. I don't even know I'm on YouTube.
Okay, what she means is probably like the smallest lesson,
Oh my gosh, she's making me feel dumb.
and then up to like the bigger
She's
ones,
making
the
me
ones which
look
are just
bad
like.
on my channel. This is why Chia said I should go for English lessons.
I will talk about it.
Okay. So, the third lesson I've learned, the third biggest lesson I've learned is don't waste your energy on things that don't matter to you in life. Like, you know, we get upset. Like, when things were normal, we kind of had, we had, like, how can I say? We had not energy or time because we didn't.
Yeah, but we had the illusion of time.
Yeah,
we had the
yeah, like-
illusion of, you know.
We were able to like focus on tiny things that really didn't matter because everything was just okay. Everything was normal. You were able to hang out with your friends. You were able to just go wherever you want to. There was nothing that was really bothering you in life. So you tried to find small things that could bother you. At least I was.
A lot.
At least I was. But then when all of this COVID-19 hit, it kind of puts a lot of things in perspective. So it just gives you the time to think like, okay, what really matters to me like, just don't waste your time on things that don't matter. If it's something that's small that doesn't really deserve your energy, then just leave it alone. Focus on your friends, on your family, on the things that you love, and just be happy. What was yours?
Hey. Okay.
Hey,
You know, she just like jumped, like she just like after that she just like be happy, and then she's just like, okay, you. Yeah. Okay. I think my third biggest lesson would be about the fact that a lot of things that we happen to take for granted over this time, a lot of people have talked about them. You know, money, as you've said, time, as you've said, nothing is permanent, stuff like that. But then something that also really comes out is peace. I think especially in the fact that a lot of us right now are stuck at home and we have to deal with family members every single day. And you know, sometimes you would be able to have that thing where if you fight with someone, if you are on bad terms, you'd be able to go to work, you'd be able to go to school, and you would have that break thing.
Yeah,
you would have that thing where it's like, you know, I don't need to talk to you the whole day. So even if we squabble about this, you know, I'm only going to see you in the night, so it doesn't matter much. But then now you have this thing where you're seeing them all the time. Sometimes those are even the only people you'd be able to have a proper face-to-face conversation with. So if you don't strive to have peace with people, if you don't strive to keep your self-control in check or your anger in check, or try to have patience, then your whole living environment becomes disturbed. And then the thing is, you can't go anywhere. So you're stuck with that tension.
you're stuck in all that negativity.
You know, that negativity the whole time.
A tiny pool of negativity, you're just there.
The whole time. And if you don't know how to confront things, then it just becomes a completely horrible environment. So it's something that I've seen, at least something that.
So you guys are home life. It's raising so many questions.
Like, all I'm going to say is that, guys, patience is key. Please learn to have patience, challenge. Because when it is time for it to be tested, my dear,
It's raised so many questions.
I'm not going to say much. That's all.
Oh my goodness.
That's my number 3.
My number 2, do what you love. These past couple of days, I've actually noticed that I've become a little happier. I think when you're at school or when you're busy with life, you're so busy doing other things that you don't have time for yourself. And hence, that's why some people just get so tired or so low or stuff. Like, this has given me time to try to focus on myself. What do I like? What do I love doing? And I've actually channeled a lot of things that I did when I was younger, which is dancing, baking, and shooting videos, which honestly, I actually used to shoot a lot of videos when I was a lot younger. And doing this again, I actually have so much fun doing it. So it's just told me, like, do what you love in life. Like, don't let anyone, I know, especially here where we live in Zambia, in Southern Africa especially, like, I know we get told a lot, no, focus on school, blah, 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 you can't do this, you can't. I'm not even going to dive into that. That's a whole topic. I'm about to get really passionate about that. That's going to be a whole...
Just it's probably going to be another video.
That's a long topic, but just do what you love without anyone stopping you. Don't let anyone tell you anything else. Yeah, that's my number 2.
Okay. Trying to one up there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. I think my number 2 has to do with as I said, relationships, and then the fact that I don't think we've seen how much effort it takes to stay with each other when we're not physically together.
Yeah.
Like, I think this time has, at least for me, it has shown me that relationships are hard work, guys. Not even just the relationships like where you have a partner, or sometimes it's even just with friends, even with family members. You know, when you have that excuse to say, okay, I'll call grandma next week because probably I'm going to see her at the end of the month. You don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have the excuse of saying, no, I'm going to see this one probably tomorrow, so there's no need for me to call them. So it kind of brings out that thing for now, where people don't text as much, don't call as much. Now, you don't have any other choice because that's the only contact you're going to have with people. I think it's also shown me that it requires a lot of effort, but then it's also not in vain because there's some friendships or some relationships which still don't change even though you can't see each other. Yeah. And I think when you put in the effort for such, it's actually more satisfying to keep such people in your life because now you know how much work you've put in. Nice. Yes, I'm also talking about it. Yeah, so I'm not going to say I'm the best person at this because I actually suck. I suck so hard at being able to text back and call and everything. And I know so many people are going to relate to this because I swear, I don't know how we're always with our phones, but it's so hard to text back or call someone.
Imagine you're feeling lonely the whole day and then someone calls and you're like,
you're doing something, you're watching something, you're reading something, and then someone starts calling, someone starts texting you on your phone like,
do you think I have time for this?
I swear, I'm not going to lie and say it doesn't happen with this chick because it has. I mean, this is what I was saying. The patience thing. Yeah, like, bear with me. To the number one. The one.
Okay, so the number one lesson that the world has taught me, forgive my language, but this word is shitty. Legit, that's the number one lesson I've learned. Okay, you think I'm joking, but legit, that's like the number one lesson I've learned this year. Tina, I haven't had a lot of time to think and look at the world. Like, we're so busy and we're so focused on our lives that you don't pay attention to everything that's going on. Like, here you watch the news time to time, you've seen, oh, Trump is doing this, oh, this is happening in Zambia, oh, yeah, whatever, wherever. But now you actually have the time to look at the world and Lords. Ha! No, but like, this pandemic has like it's really brought out the world's problems. Like, it's really highlighted the world's problems. Like, just everything that's like, from the racial injustices that's going on, corruption that happens, the way health systems in some countries are just like horrible. It's also taught the world's countries to now like really, they have to step up and they have to take care of their own stuff. We really can't depend on anyone. And not only that, but it's also in these desperate times that I've really seen how evil and how good people can be. Like, I think there's a, I don't know if it's actually an actual saying, like, it's only in desperate times when you can see how good or how evil a person is. And yo, muntu movie. Laugh with me?
Nah.
Okay, but like, really, there really are some bad people out there. But in as much as I've seen how bad the world is, which is depressing at times, but it's also kind of shown me how much good the world needs. Like, because of seeing how bad the world is, also given me time to see how, like, the mistakes I've made in the past and how much of a bad person I was. Not really a bad person, but like the bad traits. It's made me see my bad traits a little better, and it's made me become at least a little more empathetic and actually a bit more compassionate, try to understand people more and just try to spread love and positivity and just try to be there for people, you know? Yeah, that's my number one.
That's a long number one. She's officially one up to me. Like, officially.
What's your number one?
I concede.
What's your number one?
Oh, wait for it. Building the suspense, building the tension. Okay, so as this chick knows, I am a certified, complete and utter bookworm.
Oh, no.
I am. And from one of the books that I was reading, there's this thing that really came out to me, which said, "Blossom where you're planted, or bloom where you're planted." If you're taking it literally. So from what I've seen, I think, as cliche as it sounds, I think the biggest lesson that I've learned this year is just to be able to make do with what you have. Like, I think there's so many people who right now are like talking about how I don't want to use a bad word. Is crappy a bad word?
She's that innocent.
I
Can't
don't
even use the word crap.
Okay, I like
Like crap is censored as hell. She's failing to use it.
it feels like a bad word. I'm sorry, it feels like a bad word. What I'm saying is that, you know, everyone, you know, can talk about all the negatives that's happening right now.
Oh, how
you know.
messed up the world is.
Exactly. Everyone can have something bad to say about the circumstances that we're in right now. And it's okay to have those views. It's okay to think like that. But then at the same time, I think, guys, we just also have to suck it up. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, everyone's going to be able to complain and say, "Wala, Chani." But then, at the end of the day, guys, this is the card we've been dealt. This is how the world is right now, and it might not change for a long time. And we're probably going to be picking up the pieces for a long time to come. But I think, guys, if we keep on just sitting around and talking about how horrible everything is, no one's going to be able to do anything about it.
Okay, but for real though.
Like, everyone is there. Awe,
No, it's hard. We can't bring the change ourselves.
Like, I get that, and I understand that things right now are not easy. Things right now are terrible for some, in fact, and I'm so sorry for all those out there who have challenging circumstances, economically, emotionally, mentally. And I'm not trying to insinuate anything by anything, but then at the same time, we just have to do what we have to do. If it means we're in e-learning right now and our professors suck and it's just not making sense, suck it up. Start learning how to be able to understand these things. Yes, so basically that's what I'm saying. Just that example, for instance. So I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned. Just blossom where you're planted. At least that's a better way of saying,
Suck it up.
suck it up.
Like just cry for a bit, then just get back up.
Just
If it's something that you feel is too small, to, like just be strong. Like we all wanna cry. If you need to cry, cry. I have cried.
whatever
a
you
lot.
have to do to cope. I think whatever you have to do to cope. If it's even just looking up at the sky for like 3 hours, just to be able to feel better about whatever it is that's bothering you, do that. Hey, guys. Hey, okay. We're not going to start talking about personal things here. Jeez.
Yeah. Wait, what? You've exposed yourself. Me, I wasn't even.
It was 30 minutes. It wasn't 3 hours. But.
Exposed yourself. Me, I was thinking 3 hours is just too long. Isn't that just not borderline wasting time? When she went person, okay,
Dudes, I was using a hyperbole. Okay?
I get worried for this girl sometimes.
It's an exaggeration.
Your face is exaggerated. We're mean to each other like this. Don't worry, she said we're stuck.
Okay. I think that's a wrap. We have done our 3 lessons, and I think you should invite people to share their own. There. She didn't give me a script, and then she's telling.
But this girl, she clearly watches enough YouTube to know what to do. You're a smart woman, you know what to do. You watch YouTube, eh? She knows she's watched enough YouTube. You know what? You close the show. So as she said, comment what lessons you've learned this year. Like, I feel like you guys commenting your lessons will also help us learn a couple of things. If you've also learned from our lessons, really, that would be great. But just comment down below what lessons you've learned so that we all learn and help each other grow and just help each other become better people. With all of that said, don't forget to like this video because it helps spread the love from Michiko's channel to the whole world. So like the video, share, and subscribe to my channel to just join this family that's all about spreading love and positivity. And I hope you guys also spread love and positivity because I need it, you need it, the whole world needs it. Go out and spread your light, shine your light, do everything right. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, you're right.
I haven't even closed the damn show, nigga. Come back here. Come back here. Right. Okay. So, until next time, guys. Peace. Sayonara.